Good morning. My name is Breean. I am a realtor in the service industry, and I'm here today with two of my preferred lenders of Gem Mortgage. I have Thomas here today and Eddie. And we're going to just start today by asking a couple of questions that I frequently get asked by a lot of clients that I get on my social media or just, referral clients that I've had in the past. So just kind of common questions that I get, like I said, frequently that I want to hear from the experts as far as what the qualifications are and a lot of loan questions I get. So I want to start with Thomas. Thomas, is there a minimum credit score that's needed to purchase a home?
Yes, but it's a lot lower than most people think. FHA and VA programs go as low as a 580 credit score. Some of our affordable housing and down payment assistance programs start in the low sixes. So you don't need phenomenal credit to purchase a home.
That's great news. I get a lot of questions around people thinking that they need to be in the 700s or 800s to purchase a home. But, as you heard here from Thomas, that is something that's not required. I do have a lot of followers that are in the military. And this question I get asked frequently is, Eddie, does a borrower need to be in active duty to qualify for a VA loan?
Bree, that's a very good question. The simple answer is no. As a Marine Corps veteran who served my veteran community, you don't have to be in active duty service to qualify for the VA loan.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your service, by the way, Eddie. Another question that I get asked frequently is, are the requirements for a conventional loan versus a FHA loan the same?
They're not. Actually, a conventional loan is going to be a little more credit driven. They're looking for generally better credit profiles, while FHA allows more flexibility, shorter seasoning requirements for derogatory issues like foreclosures, bankruptcies, missed payments on credit accounts, etc. And they're also more lenient on FHA with FICO requirements. 620 is the entry-level credit score for a conventional loan.
Oh, awesome. I feel like there's a lot of misconception out there that conventional is sometimes portrayed as better than FHA. I feel like as long as you have the right team on your side to be able to get the transaction done, that's going to be the biggest thing that you're going to need in order to get the deal closed. So having a great realtor that is going to be there fighting for you, regardless of if you have FHA or conventional, that has great communication is going to be the key to getting the offer accepted.
Absolutely.
Next question I have is, how long before can I refinance my home loan after purchasing?
All right. Well, it's a good question. So most loans written today have no prepayment penalties, which means technically you don't have a time frame where you can refinance. As lenders that originate loans, we want our borrowers to make a minimum of 6 payments. Some programs like the VA loan require 6 payments before you're eligible to refinance. Ultimately, it all comes down to benefit. Loans have to pass a benefit test in order to be eligible for a refinance. For FHA, for example, the straight line option, the payment must reduce by 5% or better to be eligible to do a rate reduction.
Great answer. Thank you. I feel like a lot of people get scared of when they're first purchasing if the interest rate is high. I feel like that's one of the prime times to buy because there's not as many people out there shopping. And so when the rates do drop, then you have this, huge amount of buyers coming in because they want to take advantage of that rate. So you're in more competition with other people so that, in essence, you're going above the listing price or having to waive the appraisal or whatever craziness that they need. Sometimes they want a puppy or whatever it may be. You have to kind of go with whatever it is in order just to get your offer accepted and to get your foot in the door. So I feel like when the interest rate is high, just remember that it's not always going to be that way. And as Thomas had said, it only takes about 6 payments before you're able to refinance. And again, with having the great team on your side, they will always be on your side to let you know, hey, the interest rate has dropped. Let's go ahead and get you in front of one of these guys so that they can see about getting your payment lowered and getting that refinance done and possibly taking some money out or anything that you may need. Another question I have is, can I be self-employed and still qualify for a home loan?
Absolutely. In fact, self-employed buyers have a lot of options. A lot of self-employed people struggle with their taxes. They try to dodge tax liability. We have programs like P&L, DSCR loans. There are a lot of different programs for self-employed folks. Generally, for an agency loan, they require 2 years of being self-employed, 2 years of healthy taxes. If you've been self-employed for 5 years or longer, a certain program we offer allows for single-year tax returns for qualifying. So if you happen to have a history as a business owner of doing excessive write-offs and you're planning on buying a house and you want better terms and lower cost, you only have to bite the bullet that 1 year when you go to file your taxes to ensure that you qualify for something with better terms.
Awesome. That's actually great that you brought that up, because another reason why I do like working with Gem Mortgage is because they usually will tailor the loan towards the client. Some loan officers that I've seen, they're more just about the dollar on it and what they're going to make off of it. And I feel like Gem has always taken great care of my clients and doing what's best for them, for their future, and for, potential business that may come out of that, because I feel like customer service is what drives our business. And realtors and loan officers, there's tons of them out there, but it's what sets us apart is what actually caring about the client themselves. So thank you for that. So another question I actually have is, Eddie, what are the necessary documents needed to start the home qualifying?
So we look at the most recent 2 W-2s, 2 year taxes, 30 days more recent pay stubs, and then 60 days more recent bank statements. So if you remember the rule of 222, those are the items we need for a pre-qualification.
Oh, perfect. Thanks, Eddie. So another question that I do get often is, what is the most popular down payment assistance program currently being offered?
Our favorite and the most beneficial is the CalHFA, My Home, and CalZip programs. They have large income limits. They're not tied to any specific city. They can be used anywhere in the state of California. And the assistance that you get has no payment obligation while you reside in the residence until sale or refinance.
Great. We've actually closed quite a bit of deals with using these programs. Sometimes I think that realtors get scared of using down payment assistance, that it may take a lot longer than expected. But again, having the right team, I can't express this enough, having the right team and the right lenders on your side gets the job done seamlessly every time. So again, just wanted to reiterate that.
Little win for Bree here. I want to share. She's out there negotiating with these down payment assistance buyers and still securing large seller credits so that they rely less on the program and get the better results. Recently, we had 2 buyers close concurrently, both using different DPA programs. One of them was our GSFA program, and the other was CalHFA, and both closed in less than 30 days.
Yep, that's true. Both closed in less than 30 days. I feel like they both had either a credit or a price reduction. So again, just having the right team, doing the right thing for your client, and just going to bat for them each and every time, whether it's the realtor and the lender or one or the other. So again, it makes a huge difference. Last question I get is, how many borrowers can be on one home loan to qualify, and do they all need to reside in the home?
So that's a good question. In fact, there is no real rule to how many cosigners are required on loan applications, and only one borrower needs to occupy the residence to get owner-occupied terms in that scenario. So the answer to the question is, there's really no limit. As long as they're credit eligible and all contributing, and at least one person occupies the residence, you can get an owner-occupied loan. Here's something else a lot of people don't know. If you have a student that's in college that is moving to an area to be close to college and they don't work currently, your parents can buy the house using an FHA loan. Owner-occupied terms for the kid who has no income to pay that mortgage payment. Really good too.
Yeah, that's great to know. A lot of this information was more just to answer frequent questions that I seem to get. So if there's anybody out there that has any additional questions for my lenders, for myself, please feel free to reach out. Again, my name is Breean, Thomas and Eddie here with Gem Mortgage. Hope everybody has a fabulous day. Thank you.